There we are. Assalamualaikum. Ramadan Mubarak. Juma'a Mubarak.
Yeah.
Why are you smiling like that?
You're like a mannequin, y'all.
Weird child of mine. We are the Shakurs. Everyone want to introduce themselves?
Okay, Jolly, you can go first.
Hi, my name is Jalila. I'm 10 years old.
My name is Indola, and I am mom aged.
She's 32.
I'm 37, actually. So
Oh,
you
he's
wish
not
you
that
were-
young.
I don't wish I was 32.
Okay,
And I'm Sarah, and I'm 7.
7 years old.
I'm Aziza and I'm 13.
That is our not mean teen, our teenager. I was just trying to rhyme. That's all.
I'm not mean.
I know you're not mean. I was rhyming. Okay, so today, this first Juma'a day of Ramadan, what are we doing?
We are doing seeds.
We're planting
Planting.
seeds.
Right, we're doing science. So if you have not already done so, please quickly jump onto payhip.com/indigo, NDIGO, and download our ebook. It's called My Ramadan ebook, and it has all the instructions for you. If you don't have time to do that, we can share it with you. So we're gonna share the ebook. So this is what it looks like when you download. This is My Ramadan ebook. So I gotta switch over here just a little bit. So your Ramadan ebook has all of the things. Oop, let me little bootleg. Let me slide that over. Okay, it has everything that you need to join us for our lives and actually participate, so you can prepare ahead of time. So this is the first page. That's what it looks like. And
That's all of us right
yeah,
there.
that is all of us. That's the cover. But as you scroll through, I'm gonna go on and just kind of jump straight down to the page that I need. It's page 22. Not too far. On page 22 is kind of an introduction to our science stuff. I'm sorry, page 21. Page 21 is an introduction to our science stuff. So at the very top, you have science with the Shakurs and things to know about all of the science days with us. So each week we'll be conducting a science experiment. Most are okay for little people to do alone, but some will require some adult or big kid assistance. Most of our experiments will only require items that you probably have around your home. Some helpful tips. Be sure to read the supplies and instructions in advance so that you know what you need. And as part of each experiment, we're going to go through the steps of the scientific method, and make sure you always come to the live with a pencil and an eraser. And if you so choose, you can print these pages out, but you don't have to. So for today, we are starting seeds. And just wanted to make sure I share it. We are starting seeds right now. And what you need is, you have your supplies listed, a bean or some other kind of seed, a sandwich bag. I have a zipper sandwich bag, but it can really be any kind of sandwich bag. I believe the ones we have are the fold top, and then a paper towel and water.
Oh,
So a few additional supplies that we got is some washi tape that we can write on, and a black marker. Oh, you can't even see your face.
It's all
Let's
good.
see. There it is. We got some tape and a marker because the girls wanted to do different types of seeds, and so I'm gonna put a little strip of tape on each one. So if you're just doing one type of seed, you probably don't need tape and marker. I didn't want to try to write on my plastic bag by itself. Yeah, I didn't want it to potentially rub off. So we got a little bit of washi tape, we have a marker, we have bags, and then we decided to put the water in a spray bottle, just to have a little bit more control. So Jolly, you want to show what else we have here?
We have a bucket of seeds.
Yeah, basically the bucket. So, it's just a lot of different seeds. There's vegetables, fruits, like this is watermelon, cilantro, pink eyed peas, carrot.
Pink eyed peas?
Yeah, pink eyed peas.
That was
spinach.
Yeah, it's dozens of things in there. So what happened was, one of my brothers and his daughters, my nieces, they were kind of like I don't know the gardening words, the horticulture words. They were doing their heirloom variety of seeds. They were planting seeds and then taking the best of the crop and letting those sprout and getting those seeds. And they were doing it over and over and over again. And I asked them for a couple of seeds to do a garden, and they gave me all of these seeds. Almost everything in this basket came from them. So we have some really good stuff in here from them hand-picking things over many years of planting. So girls, you guys can go in and choose what you want to do. We're going to go in and get started.
Okay, I already chose mine. I got cantaloupe,
Yeah, you can do cantaloupe.
watermelon, and honeydew.
Okay, so you don't have to be the only one to do cantaloupe.
I know.
We
I
have
need to get mine
carrots,
now.
turnips, cabbage. Here's another watermelon. Oh no, that says collards. Never mind. Lettuce, collard greens,
Oh,
butternut squash. Anybody? No.
no.
Spinach.
Squash
This
is
is
honeydew.
stop.
Oh no, I want it. Cantaloupe.
Snap peas. And if you're joining us and you're planting, please share what you're planting
Can I
with
have the
us.
water?
In the comments.
I didn't tell you to open seeds.
This one's already open.
Turnips, cilantro, echinacea.
What is it? Echinacea.
It's a flower that you can consume
And
for
what
like
is
stretching.
Are they pretty?
Corn. They are pretty.
Wait.
More spinach, beets,
Good.
turnips,
Wait, where's the corn?
zucchini. Why is my earring in here?
What is that?
Cabbage and turnips again.
Can
Can you
I
What
pass
have
me
is
that
this?
flower? This
Oh,
flower?
that's the zucchini.
Oh, they
All
are
right.
pretty.
I said,
I was just making sure because her version of pretty can be iffy sometimes.
You're iffy.
thank you, Sasa. She's iffy. All right, so I'm gonna do cabbage, cilantro, and beets.
I'm
Ooh,
gonna
spinach.
do corn and watermelon. I love corn
I'm
and
gonna
watermelon.
use these.
And I want to do that flower that I see this thing.
All right,
I'm
so
doing honeydew and cantaloupe.
we got our seeds. Let's push that to the side, and you need a bag for each type of seed you're going to do.
I need three then.
I need
one.
two.
You need one. You need two.
Can I
I got-
actually use
I
this?
had three.
What, echinacea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many
I don't
you
understand.
trying
What are you saying?
I
No,
need-
you could put more than one seed in the bag, but each type of seed needs its own bag. So you can take your paper towel and put 3 echinacea seeds. Uh-oh, what happened? You can put 3 echinacea seeds on your paper towel if you want to. That's fine. But you cannot, what?
Do you want to hide the comments or like? Put them
There are no comments right now.
So what do we need now?
Slow down.
Mine's already open.
Okay. So everybody chose their seeds.
Yep.
Now make sure you have 1 bag per type of seeds.
I only got one thing, so.
So if you're joining us and you're doing your sprouting seeds, we chose seeds. We after I made the ebook, these young ladies decided they didn't want to do a bean. So we pulled out our bucket of seeds, our basket of heirloom seeds, and everybody has 1 bag per type of seed. So now I'm going to give you a paper towel for your seeds. So 1 per type.
You're
And
doing
you know
beets?
2. I like beets. They're delicious.
Just like
And they're very good for you, and they're good for your blood.
It's irrelevant. They have to be
I'm trying-
tasty and good for your blood.
Well, if
Can
you
I-
are
Can I do?
typically anemic, you do what you gotta do. I'm doing 4.
Can
I'm
I have
doing
more for my
three.
flowers?
So then you need 3. There you go. Why you
I need 3. I'm doing one of the flowers.
All right. No. Well, you have 3. You have 3 bags, don't you? No? Okay.
Can
Get
I
one
do
more. Yeah, you can get 1 more.
And Jolly
Jolly has 3. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a paper towel,
Mm-hmm.
put everything to the side except what you're working on for that moment. So we have our paper towel, we have our bag, and we have 1 pack of seeds because we don't want the seeds to maybe spill out and mix, and then we don't really know what we got. So we're gonna start off with a piece of tape, the washi tape, because we're doing so many different things. We're gonna use this to label. So you're gonna take your piece of tape, put it down on your bag, and take the marker and write the name of your.
Pretty.
It is pretty. It's very
I
pretty.
chose that.
So I chose our washi tape.
It's okay.
Here you go.
You want to do something?
Seriously, I can't. I cannot. All right, so putting our washi tape on our bag,
I put my
And
washi tape on my bag.
writing. What are you doing?
Just nah.
I guess we should have grabbed. Can you see if you have more
More
permanent
markers?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're writing whatever we're sprouting on the tape. So my first one is cilantro.
I don't know if they can see that. Mine says corn.
There you
doing
go,
corn.
my dear.
Thank you, mommy.
There's my first one. I'll move that up a little bit. Hello, Assalamu alaikum for whoever is with us. We are preparing to get our first bit of seeds ready. So you already wrote yours. So you can take your paper towel, fold it in half so that it'll fit into your bag.
Mhm.
So we got the paper towels that are kind of,
Is that how you spell honeydew?
that is.
So I have my honeydew bag.
She has her honeydew bag.
See.
So our paper towels are the ones that's like the half sheet. So if you got full size, I would definitely cut them in half because you don't need more than a half sheet. Nope, we're doing one at a time, babe. Stay with me. One at a time. Thank you.
So then we
What?
put mine in half and
Just folding it in half. I was saying for people
folding
with
it.
full size to cut it in half. All right, so we have it folded in half. We have our bag and that is labeled. Fold it in half.
Okay.
And then open it up. And you're going to place your seed on the paper towel.
How many seeds do I need?
You can do maybe 3 or 4 seeds if you like.
How about with the corn?
You don't have to do you don't have to open it all the way up. You're not listening to me. I was just saying you don't have to open it all the way up. Once you open the top, you can kind of get your seed out.
I have.
But my seeds
These
are
are
ridiculously
corn
tiny.
Okay, well be careful not to
Wait,
let them
where
get away.
are they?
So if you have very small seeds, it might help to wet your towel, your paper towel.
Oh no, they're not. They're like that.
Okay,
They're so tiny.
These
so
will sprout into.
I know you can't see that, but that's my seed.
This is
Was
my
that-
seed.
Turnips.
Mama, this will sprout into a corn.
That'll sprout into a whole ear, a stalk of corn. Yep.
This was sprout into
How
a
long will
whole
it take?
honeydew.
I don't know how long it takes. I'm not particularly well versed
Do
in
we
this
have
type of
flowers in there? Cause I really.
That's the only flower. We have to
Oh, okay.
get more flowers.
Okay.
I don't really know much about this kind of stuff, but I want to learn. So if you do and you want to hop on with us one day and do a session with us, please do. This thing is more powerful than I thought. You guys might have to pick your seeds up before you start. Excuse me.
I use it.
Nope.
She said nope.
So I gave a spray on my paper towel where my seeds are. I'm going to
Wait, is it supposed to be in the
close.
middle? No.
If you would listen, if you guys will listen, then you'll hear.
I'm listening.
I gave a spray on the paper towel where the seeds are, and then I closed it. And so you can kind of see that wet spot. Can you? I don't know. That light is so bright. Yeesh. There it is. See the wet spot in the seeds? And I kind of pressed it down. And then I'm going to wet it again on top of there. Okay, so you can get it first. Why'd you take a seed off? So spray on this side and then put your seeds on and then close it. So you want it to be pretty saturated.
Can I go second?
You can go third, yes. Once it's pretty saturated, put it down in your bag. And there's my cilantro.
I don't know how to close.
Okay. Do I spray the?
Close your napkin. And kind of give it a little press. It's just a little press. You don't gotta muscle it.
Whoa.
And then spray it again. What you said?
I said it won't crack.
Or it cracked.
I thought she said, oh.
I did too.
Yeah.
All right. Get it in your bag. So cilantro is done. No.
My
I
corn
want you to
is
go away.
done.
Put it there. And we can start working on another one.
Lime green are my favorite colors. Lime green is one of my favorite colors.
I know, right?
Is that good?
That's good. Want to put your seeds in? Let her see it. Yeah. While you do that. So
Okay,
I'm
let me put
folding
it on
mine.
because mine keeps on losing around.
It shouldn't move if you press it down well and it's wet enough.
Maybe mine's not wet enough. Can I see the spray bottle?
Hold on.
I pressed mine down.
Okay.
What is that?
Honeydew.
So make sure you close your seeds after you
Now
Can I
I
see
need another
Yeah.
spot.
That's it.
close your seeds after you get them out so that they don't spill out of your little envelope. So most of our seeds are in these little white envelopes, and so you just put it down,
Haha.
and we'll have to restaple it.
These are mine. They're really purple.
There you go.
Ooh,
No,
give me
yeah,
a
yeah.
purple flower.
No, you don't have to press it again. The wetness makes it stick together.
So
Yours
here's
good?
mine.
Yeah, can
You can barely see. Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
so,
Those are mine.
So
That-
bright.
Yeah, I need it.
The lights that we need to see your beautiful faces is drowning out.
My
the,
face. Way to go. Oh, there it is. My face is beautiful.
So
It's all
You
organic
feel
too. This is all real. It's mine.
Can you scoot over?
Please stop talking. Go on and do it for each thing that you have, and after you got your seeds done, let's put it to the side. So if you're done, then help your little sister.
I mean, I'm not done. I'm going to do another one.
No, you're not.
Okay. Next
All right,
one.
go on and get your next one prepared.
My next one is cantaloupe.
my next one is what? That light's way too bright. My next one is watermelon.
All right, the ones that are done, moving them on
Can I
over.
have some more water?
So remember what we got to do. For one, your place is a little bit damp. Take your paper towel and wipe that. You need to get your bag, put that tape on it.
Do you want any air in there?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. And then,
Get your bag and put tape on it. Get your washi tape.
oh right, no, I'm not on my bag yet.
You can get whatever
Start with
type
the
of
bag.
tape you
Yeah,
can.
start with your bag.
Can I?
Can you wash your tape, babe?
There you go.
Thank you.
Better not.
Anybody that's
squash.
watching, if you want to share what you're planting, please do.
No, I'm trying to use that.
Pink
Hold
eye.
up.
What's
What's this
sprouting
thing
right
in?
now? What are you putting into sprout?
Watermelon.
I just did cilantro. Now I'm
That's
doing
not
leeks.
good. I need black one. Here you go. son.
Cucumber.
Bang the table, sis.
Collards.
See?
Turnips. Cabbage.
You
Carrots.
can barely even see that.
All right. I got my labeled bag.
Mommy, does this one work?
It does. I just told you to stop banging the table. Don't slam the marker on the table. Don't do that.
And turnips.
All right. Wetting my napkin. Get a few beetsies.
Mine
Now
had
I'm
this
with
one
Oh, can you
napkin.
share Julia's plant that she just bloomed?
Yeah. Wait.
Okay, let me go get it.
It's called what?
I don't know.
Arcanelli.
Arcanelli.
It's something that our
Auntie
Auntie
Majida gave it to us.
No, she gave it to me. It's my plant.
She gave it to Jalila, the woman who recited for us yesterday, and stuff like this. And this
Sure.
is and this is it. It's two of them.
Yeah, it was really short, and now it's like
It was really
Yeah.
short,
It was a
And-
tiny little thing.
and I
Mhm.
grew that.
and there are leaves growing at the bottom of it. You can't see it. It's really tall. It's really pretty. And then we have these two that are about to bloom.
Yeah. Is that some kind of lily, maybe? I don't
Yeah,
know.
Safia cannot eat it.
I can't
After it
not
blooms,
eat it.
we're giving it to Auntie. But
Why?
no,
No, I want to keep that.
It's
You guys stay
yours.
focused. Stay focused.
It's not yours.
cantaloupe.
Right. When I used to run a school, and I had a lot of students that had the kind of stereotypical aversions to vegetables, and so I found some urban gardens, some local gardens. One in particular is Shamba. Well, it was not called that at the time, but that's what it's called now. It's
How
in
many
East Point.
seeds?
Baby, I'm in the middle of a sentence. And so I took my students there, and we went quite a few times. And some students that initially were super picky started eating, little tomatoes, fresh, literally fresh off of a plant, eating spinach and greens and all kinds of things. And so one of the things that I learned in that process was sometimes children don't eat food because they don't feel connected to the source of it. But another issue is it doesn't taste that good.
Nope.
I thought I didn't like tomatoes until I started eating organic non-GMO tomatoes, and now it's one of my favorite things. And the same for them. It was a lot of foods that they did not
I
want
did
to
not
eat
like mushrooms
Yeah.
until I had it in like.
until we switched over to being mostly non-GMO organic.
Mushrooms taste like chicken.
Basically,
They don't taste like chicken.
yes, they do.
They are good though. But yeah, so that was an interesting thing because I just thought they just didn't like it.
What's this that just happened?
I gave it to you.
Oh, I moved it. I thought they just didn't like vegetables, and it turns out they didn't like the
The fake one.
prematurely picked, gas to be right, shipped all over the world. They didn't like that stuff. But when we started getting stuff from the nearby farms, urban farms, and things like that, it became a non-issue. And so I will also go to the farmers market and get a new kind of tropical thing or a different thing once a week, and challenge my students to try a new food each week. And since then, it's just kind of been a thing that we do. We go back to that garden, that urban farm, and get seedlings almost every year to plant in our garden. And we don't really haven't had the issue.
Really?
Nope, you can hog in this thing. Haven't really had the issue of them not wanting to eat stuff anymore. So,
Except for squash.
well, I mean, every so often you might have a thing that you just don't like, but that's different from
And strawberry.
aversion. So you don't dislike
Strawberries are
strawberries,
so good.
I don't like the texture of strawberry.
but you eat strawberries in smoothies all the time.
It's like the texture.
But the texture when it's blended, you're okay with.
Just because you don't feel the texture, you just taste it.
Whatever sense. Hey, you, wait. Where's your labeled bag? Okay, good. What about you? Labeled bag, you got it? Perfect.
I'm done.
All
I'll be
right.
getting one.
Anybody else that's what happened to my seeds? Anybody else that's watching that wants to share what they're going to plant? Anybody?
No comment.
No comment. It's quiet today.
Few people
That's
were
more than
watching.
enough.
So I did my.
It's already wet. Close it up.
Oh, yeah, you're supposed to pull it out.
So I did my.
Oh, you left the seed. What does that go to? No, we're not gonna toss it. You better plant that somewhere, girl. See what comes up.
What is that, Lindsay?
Baby, just one good squeeze is all you need.
Yeah,
Here's
that's why I can't
Here's
do
my
it.
cantaloupe.
All right, close it up.
How do you close it?
Oh, you like, so first
You really
fold-
just gotta pull it together. Is all you really gotta do.
I fold
Okay.
it inside and then I grab that lap and put it over. Like that.
All right. So as soon as we get these last couple of seeds on these
Can
damp,
I see the flowers?
damp paper towels, actually give her a few of yours, babe, because you did too many. Johnny. When we get these last seeds on these damp paper towels, we're going to pull that ebook back up and go through the steps of the scientific method
You
and
only
see
need two?
if it applies.
Mama,
Not if, apply it.
Mama, you only need two?
2 is enough, my love. There you go.
Are you supposed to close the bags?
No, you can leave them just like
Is
that.
that
That's enough.
Mm,
I thought that I had 4, but I don't know what my 4th
I'm
thing
gonna
was.
do cantaloupe.
Nope,
No.
that's already been done.
Oh, okay, then.
We got
Corn, watermelon, and flour. This one.
beets, cilantro, spinach. I had a 4th one that I
Oh,
was
right. I
gonna do.
forgot to do my bag.
Cabbage. That's what I was
So
gonna do.
this is the flower.
That's the emanation. Here you go.
It's gonna sprout in the back.
It will sprout and then we'll transplant it to wherever it. Sit down.
Sorry.
How do you spell the flower?
Somebody spell echinacea for her.
Echinacea.
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 E-C-A-C.
E
A bunch of
H.
words. Boom.
H
I
I
N
N
A
A
C A.
C.
That's wrong.
No, it's not.
CEA.
C E A.
ECHINACEA.
It's already done.
Okay, we're going and getting your back.
All
All right, so I'm the last one, last
Yeah.
woman standing because I decided to do 4 things.
I did one.
We know.
I had 3.
I did 3.
Oh, let me spray my paper towel. Get my cabbage seeds.
This square is nice.
Where did you even find that?
Online.
Something I mean, like, I know we had it, I just haven't seen it.
Oh, that's because I didn't take it out because I didn't want y'all to break or lose it.
Sometimes we
wasn't-
break a lot of things.
You know how many stuff we broke?
Y'all are better at misplacing things.
Exactly.
That's not better.
There is a difference. Would you rather it broken or misplaced?
It's neither is useful for me. Neither one.
If it's misplaced, you can find it again.
Here you go.
But if it's broken, you can't do that back.
At any rate, Scooch the pooch, thank you. All right, so we just put a whole bunch of seeds in little baggies to sprout. And so now we're going to go back to our ebook. And we're going to scroll on up to this page. So
I think you have to make a full screen for them to see.
I can see it right there.
No, they can't see. It's just tiny.
What?
Just leave it.
Oh, I was about to tell you. I thought that they can see the whole thing. All right, so that's the 6 steps of the scientific method. So problem, hypothesis, procedure, results, analysis, conclusion. All right. What is the problem? Why is there a safety pin in your ear?
I made it into an earring.
Teenagers.
No.
No, that's my bad. I shouldn't have said anything right now. Problem. What's the problem that we're trying to solve here? What can we state is the problem?
You don't know how long
You don't know
I do
how
not
long
know.
it grows.
I thought we were doing this for fun.
It is for fun.
I was
I
not
don't know.
thinking about the scientific method.
Okay, so
Ooh,
now
that's
that we
comment.
are
One
thinking
comment.
about the scientific method, what are you talking about, sir?
No, it's
Maybe
not.
it's not.
Oh, it says somebody's watching.
Yep, somebody's watching. Scientific method. Why is that useful? Why should we consider the scientific method?
Scientific method.
I feel like I should know this, but
I know
do
you should know
not. So
Why? What's the point of using the scientific method?
To learn new things.
yeah,
Not just to learn new things.
to observe things and stuff. I don't know. I do not know.
I know I'm hungry.
You're supposed to be hungry. It's Ramadan.
I don't know. What? Scientific method?
Mm-hmm. What's the point of using it for anything? How is it useful? How is it useful to? That's long. How is it useful to look at a problem, create a hypothesis, go through a procedure, document your results, consider your analysis, and have a conclusion? Why is that useful?
To learn the steps.
So learning the steps is not useful in and of itself. What are you doing with those steps?
What we're doing with
I do not know.
I don't know.
So the reason that we're using the scientific method to look at each of our experiments is because it helps you get a standard method of processing information. It gives you a way to think about things. It doesn't tell you what to think. It tells you how to think. It doesn't tell you what to do, but it tells you how to do it. So for every single thing, to really look at it from all these different angles, all these different points of view, we're going to take it from, we're going to do the tangible part. We're going to do the tangible part and do the experiment part, the application, and then we're going to consider it from the scientific method. Sometimes those things will overlap. Sometimes they'll be separated. So the problem today, problem is not always the most applicable word. Sometimes it's literally, what are you doing? So if it's not, this might not be considered a problem, but what is it that we're doing?
Planting seeds in the
We're planting seeds. So the problem or the thing that we're doing is sprouting seeds. Hypothesis. What is a hypothesis?
A scientific guess.
It's not a scientific guess.
An educated
It's an
guess.
educated guess. It's a guess that's based on something. So what is your hypothesis for our lovely seeds here?
I hypothesize.
She was talking to me.
I was talking to her, but you can go first and then you and then you. So what's your hypothesis for our seeds?
I hypothesize that.
Can you slide over so that your whole face is in? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, that's better.
I hypothesize that things will grow in less than 2 months.
But that they will grow.
That they'll sprout.
That they'll sprout in less than 2 months.
Less than a month.
So you know something about the way seeds grow, right? It's not your first time sprouting a seed, correct?
Yeah.
So why would you hypothesize less than 2 months or 1 month? Is that an educated time frame for a
No.
seed to sprout? Okay.
I mean like all of them. Like I don't mean like one of them. I mean like we got like cantaloupes and watermelons and those take like longer.
but 2 months though.
No, I said 1 month.
1 month. So you think it's going to take 4 weeks for these to sprout. All right, so Rob,
Okay, my hypothesis.
sit up and speak up.
My hypothesis is that the plants will be delicious and good.
The plants will be good. So we're not there. The hypothesis is your educated guess about what's going to happen with these seeds,
Oh,
not how they're going to taste.
okay.
You need to think about it. All right, Jalila, what is your hypothesis?
I think they're gonna grow. All of them are gonna start at least maybe 4 inches in the next 6 months.
6 months.
That's not an educated guess, my love.
That's half a
Yeah,
year.
that's happening. In 6 months, we'll have consumed these things. They'll have flowered, most of them,
Yeah.
and we'll be grabbing the next batch of seeds. So that's not an educated guess. And I'm a little concerned that you would choose 6 months after I just told her that 2 months was an unreasonable amount of time. Why would you go longer?
It
Come on,
was
it's an educated
3
guess.
months.
Educated.
It's 3
It's
months.
not a random guess. It's an educated guess. So if I told her 2 months is probably too long, and she went down to 1 month, for you to jump to 6 months is not an educated guess. I need you to be listening.
4 months.
Don't be random.
It's
Pay
4
attention.
months.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi, Daddy.
So, what's your hypothesis on our seeds?
4.
Our
I
sprouting seeds.
hypothesize that they will grow.
Any time frame?
A month and a couple of weeks.
All right. So, Rob, back to you, big girl.
Okay. My educated guess is that the plants will look
Come on, sis.
nice and
The plants will
I don't
live.
think she has one.
No, you do. You have an educated guess. What is your educated guess about what's going to happen to these seeds that we put on these towels and we moisturized them, gave them some water, or hydrated them, and we have them in these bags? What's your educated guess about that?
I
Put
hope
that back.
they grow.
It's not a
nice.
hope. It's a guess. What's your guess?
I guess,
Real quick, do you think they're going to sprout or not?
I think they're gonna.
All right. Her educated guess, her hypothesis is that they will sprout. Okay, so let's pull that back up again. Very next thing is procedure. What is the procedure?
I don't know.
What does that
Isn't
word
the
mean?
procedure like the steps and stuff?
It's the steps that you take. So what was the procedure that we used for this? If you would scroll, Aziza,
I got it.
other way. Stop, Sasa.
There we go.
Instructions, that's our procedure. We just didn't use the same word, but that is the procedure. Anytime you are looking at something scientifically, you need to know what your procedure is. If you scroll up just a little bit, the other one. Stop. Right there, there's a note about what's happening. So it didn't happen right now, but inshallah, germination is what's happening. Fancy word for a plant sprouting its roots. And so many sprouts look very similar to this when they first sprout, and then of course they go on and get interested and do different things as they grow, as they get bigger.
Like
and
babies, like they may like all look the same, and then as
Right.
like they grow up, they'll start
They
getting
keep-
this.
very, very good comparison. All right, can you scroll back to our scientific method
You're not on
page?
the bench.
I know. I wanted her to get there so we can see. Yep. All right. So, oh no, that's a small one. All right. So our procedure included us getting out our supplies, wetting our napkin, labeling our bag, putting the seeds in the wet spot of the napkin, folding the napkin over, putting it in the bag. Why do you think we use clear plastic bags?
So you can
So you
see
can
it.
see,
So that you can see it, meh,
so that the sun can see through.
so that the sun can get to it, so it can get some
It's
sunlight.
transparent.
Right, it's
And you can
transparent.
see the seed.
So you can see what's happening. That is a part of it, but it's not the most important part. Because if you were to plant these in soil, you wouldn't be able to see what's happening, but it could still germinate. But we want some sunlight to get there. So the reason that we're doing it like this is true, so you can see it, but also for that sunlight to get to it. Analysis. What is an analysis? What does that mean?
Analysis is
What word do you hear in analysis?
analyze.
Analyze. Perfect. What does that mean? Jolly, you want to take a guess?
For it to produce?
No, ma'am. Sasa, you have a guess about analysis or analyze, what that means? No? Caesar?
Isn't analyze like another word for like observe?
It is indeed.
So like basically, you guys know what observe is, right?
So what is it?
Observe is like
Not it's like, what is it?
observe is just taking, just like looking.
Paying attention to it.
Right.
Like,
You're gonna
yeah.
observe it, you're gonna look at it, you're gonna pay attention to it. Why is there a space in that for analysis? Why is there a space there?
So you can write down.
So you can write down what you're analyzing, what you're observing. So what might you write down for this experiment for sprouting seeds? How might you document it? What would be a reasonable time frame of analyzing your
I would
seeds?
put
and
week
documenting?
1 and then like nothing, like how much it's grown, or week 2. Like
What's
how
another way? You can go by week or
day?
by day. I think for seeds like this, by day might be better.
Okay.
In 2 or 3 days, you guys might see some kind of sprout.
2 or 3 days, okay.
And then the final thing, conclusion. When will you have your conclusion?
At the end of the project, right?
At the end of the thing. So, because germination takes a little while, it's not an immediate thing. And then what happens with each plant is going to take even longer. This one is going to take a while. It's going to carry us through. The reason that I chose this one first is because ideally, by the end of Ramadan, you'll have something that you're potting, you're transplanting outside, something like that. Depending on where you are, this time of year is a good time to get your plants in the ground outside if you've had that final frost. And also depends on your soil and what it is that you're planting. Drainage, soil, sunlight, all that kind of stuff. So there are 6 steps of the scientific method. We've gotten our things done. We went through our steps. It's not really much mess to clean up. I guess the final thing I would like to do is for us to give a final calling, so to speak, of everything that we
Okay,
got started.
I'm gonna go second.
Okay, so I plan.
Wait a minute. Whose is that?
No, we do our own. I
Yeah, you're gonna do your own. Whose is this?
This mine.
That?
And
Uh-oh, my seeds are moving.
Yeah, my corner.
Mine didn't move.
It should be fine. All right, lovely people. All right, Jolly, what did you do?
First thing I made, I planted corn,
Mm-hmm.
I planted watermelon, and I planted
Echinacea.
Echinacea.
All right.
Mom,
I'm next. So I have cilantro, spinach, beets, and cabbage. Round cabbage.
Wait,
Okay.
beets are a fruit, right?
It's a root vegetable.
Okay. What I have is I planted
You don't have to hold it up because it's just a
Cantaloupe.
picture.
cantaloupe,
Cantaloupe,
echinacea,
echinacea,
and honey.
honeydew.
I just planted echinacea just because I wanted to plant a flower.
So with echinacea, as I was saying to Aziza earlier, I don't know if you two heard me. Even though it's a flower, it's also an edible flower. So that
You can
tea,
eat
it's usually made into a tea. The tea that you guys sometimes drink to bring you down at night has echinacea in it.
Wait,
Differently.
so if you
So
just
it's like a common tea.
Like how
So-
lavender essential oil can calm you, echinacea can calm
So
you.
if you pick off the petals, you put in hot water.
So you can make it like how you make
You
Yeah,
can
right.
put it in your bag.
Yep, you put it back, you can do all that. All right, ladies, we had a light comment day, so there's nothing much to respond to. If you guys don't have anything else, we can.
just share with us if you guys planted anything, and then that's it.
Anybody? Okay, I'm going to pull that ebook back up. Aziza, if you could scroll. I'm sorry, the other way. So, Rob, maybe next time. All right, so this is what we have next. Tomorrow is our craft day. Saturdays are crafts. The first craft is paper lanterns. And so your supply list is here. You will need the template, which is included here in the ebook. You can print it on paper or cardstock. When I printed it on paper, it was very easy to manipulate, but of course it's not as sturdy as cardstock. So the cardstock is a little bit harder to manipulate in terms of putting it together, but it'll give you a much sturdier lantern. You're gonna need scissors, double-sided tape, Decorative washi tape or markers, those are optional but highly recommended. If you're using the washi tape, you can use it all over or not. Markers, crayons, color pencils, any of those things will do.
Like
glittery glue. So I did it with glittery glue. The glue was a little heavy and it made it wet for a long time. So I would not advise the glitter glue to use a lot of. If you're just gonna use a little bit here and there, you should be good to go. Milk bottle lids, 1 per lantern, also optional, but that will allow you to put that bottom on that can hold something, and that's
Papa Shakur.
that's where I'm like, what's happening to the door? That's where your tea light will go. So you have that milk bottle lid. You can come in. You have that milk bottle lid, a butter knife, a cutting mat, and a ruler for scoring. You don't need the butter knife and the ruler, but essentially something firm and ideally something firm and metal. A wooden ruler would work, but you want it that you can really kind of make those creases on your paper, and then of course that tea light. They can absolutely be made without the tea light and the milk bottle, but that milk bottle lid. The milk bottle lid will allow you to put that tea light, have a holder on there. When we made ours, we were able to use the cap from one of our old jars of Jazz body polish, the travel size of body polish. So for those of you who have any Jazz products at home, the sample size or the travel size, that's about the size lid that you need. It's about maybe a little more than 1 inch across. Scroll up just a little bit, Z.
Mama,
Yes, baby.
what's a milk bottle?
That's literally what I just explained.
It's a lid of a milk bottle.
Right, the cap from a milk bottle.
Oh.
Here are your instructions, which again, it's always a good idea to read through the instructions ahead of time, just so you're familiar with what we're gonna do. And if you scroll just a bit more to the next page, this is the template. When you print it out, it should be the exact size that you need to fit your milk bottle and stuff, and it also has a little handle to it. And I believe that's it for this activity. Scroll a little, let me make sure. Yep, that's it for that activity. And then of course Sundays is 30 pound Sasa Day, and we'll get into that another time. So you will need for tomorrow that printed lantern template and all of those supplies that are listed. And that's pretty much everything for tomorrow. That's everything for today.
Mm-hmm.
We already did Chop It Up with Jolly. We did sketches. We did a journal day. Now today we have our first science experiment done. And then tomorrow's crafts.
And then I'll see y'all later.
And then you'll see them for story time with Sasa. Yes. And for their independent things, sketches, story time, Chop It Up with Jolly, they do have Facebook groups that they made recently. So if you have interest in cooking and recipes and all that stuff, and reading and story time and doing craft activities or in art, please jump into their groups. I will share the link for each group in the comments as soon as we finish up. And if you're on YouTube, please subscribe to that as well. We're trying to get our YouTube subscription number high so that we can get a unique URL. And I think that's it. That's it. So we are gonna sign off so we can get our iftar done, and see you tomorrow.
Bye,
Peace out, homie.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone.